Okay, hey, how we all doing? Well, we're back here again, and I'm definitely on a roll here today. I've kind of popped off about, I don't know, it must be 7 or 8 videos here, one after the other kind of thing. Nice when you get on a roll like this, especially when it's a beautiful day like it's been today here. Okay, I have another one here, and this is a request video, and this one is soulmates and twin flames. Repair the etheric body by eliminating trauma templates. Oh, okay. All right. Again, to start this one off, I'm going to have to start out from my point of perspective of where I may have some understanding that other people may not be aware of. And I'm going to try to explain this video this way. All right. We have strategically located um, in a vibrational pattern around the Earth at a distance which can't be seen or felt, what are called the etheric planes or the astral planes, or what they call the reality dimensions. And these dimensions contain billions of souls. And those souls have been coming to Earth in a repetitive pattern based on the programming, and the programming is dictated to by the traumas that they may have experienced at some particular point in the now, or what is commonly known as the past. However, in the etheric planes or the astral planes, there is no concept of time. And this is where a lot of confusion lies in regards to what's taking place with the evolutionary process on the planet right now. Time, as we know it here on the planet, moves in a direction. So therefore, what we experience called a life is in a linear perspective. So any experience that we've had previously would be noted as in the past because we have a concept of time. It would not be noted as being the future simultaneously or any of those other things. So any of the traumas that may have happened to us are encoded and downloaded within the etheric body. And then based on time, they would be experienced as past. For example, if you have been traumatized in this particular life in any way, shape, or form, and nothing is done to remove it from the etheric body, you will take that with you when you leave the physical reality as part of your experience. So in reality, the idea in being here is to achieve balance of the masculine feminine essence within yourself. And that can be done by, as I said, the spiritual evolutionary process that is working through the body. And this particular video is about that, all right? What's happening at this particular point is the etheric body, which is a duplicate of the physical, has been in the past, again, the past, known as a containment field for energetic templates or experiences, be they positive or negative, which in conjunction manifest in the physical body, in some people, well, a lot of people actually, as some form of mental, emotional, or physical disability or impairment somewhere along the line. So what's happening with the evolutionary process is the trauma templates are now being eliminated from the etheric body. How are they being eliminated? All right. In order to explain that, you need to take a look at your personal heart center activation that you've had, or you're going through now, or you may have had, or begun in the past. All right. And you need to take a look at specifically the part where you went into what people call the dark night of the soul. And this is one of the most significant and the most important parts of your spiritual journey. Because during what you like to call the dark night of the soul, which I don't like that term at all, because it's not the dark night of the soul. That's just how we see it, as being dark, because we're going through all of that turmoil of the upheaval of the emotions and the feeling and the pain and the agony that is coming up. And what actually is happening is those templates at that particular point are being removed from the etheric body. All right. And as they're being removed, at the same time, the emotional content which impressed them into the etheric body in the first place is also being removed. All right. Now, what I say by remove, to get something to template or become an energetic template within the etheric body, you have to have a means of getting it there. And the way of getting it there is through emotion, or the feeling of emotion. And for example, if someone hurts you, you feel pain or difficulty physically, and you remember it. And you can remember it for an indefinite period of time. But after a short period of time, you forget about the pain, but you have the memory of it. It's still there. So what's happening at this particular point is, due to the evolutionary process and in conjunction with the heart center chakra, the emotional content is being removed from the emotional body, and the energetic template is being removed from the etheric body for the purpose of recalibrating, as it were, the etheric body to be a containment field or a duplicate of the physical, but in a balance of masculine and feminine, so that the body physical can become a proper vehicle, which is not limited by all of the perspectives that we've had in the past in that particular sense. In other words, if you take a look at, and this is where a lot of, this is going to come into play later on, where somebody down the road, you know, their name on their shirt and some young person or whatever, is going to discover that the genetic structure and the DNA and the molecular structure of the human body as a vehicle is beginning to change, and it's beginning to evolve. Not that it's going to get taller or shorter or bigger or fatter or thinner or whatever, that the body physical is going to change in the sense that it's begun to become less dense. Because the more trauma and the more emotional triggering that has been done to the emotional body, add that in over an extended period of time and brought back, as it were, from the astral or the etheric planes, or the reality, belief system realities, are brought back and then expressed all over again to attempt to get rid of them. In other words, we're going home. All right. Home, as many of us call it, would be our point of origin, wherever our point of origin is coming. One of the things that I've discovered is there are very few original people on this planet, per se, that are actually here, that have not come from somewhere else. Okay, other people may believe differently, that we all come from some source or being or divine God or whatever. I don't follow that philosophy at all. All right. The universe is seething, literally, with dimensions and life and planetary bodies all over the place. And most of us are coming here just for the human experience. The problem is, it's very addictive. This planet is very addictive, very stimulating. And because you're here in a very regressed, not regressed, that's the wrong word, in a compressed timeline, of so many short years, and you come in with certain aspirations of doing things or eliminating things or changing things, and what happens is you get caught up in all of the addictions that are on the planet, and suddenly you lose your focus and direction, and you keep coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back, or in simultaneous lifetime doing the same or similar things all over again. And this is what's changing. So in order for that to change, the etheric body has to eliminate those energetic templates from the body, so that what happens is the multidimensional state of consciousness, which I've talked about in a previous video, can actually come into play. So, is there anything that you can do if you are aware that you have a trauma, or that trauma has ended up manifesting as a physical condition? Yes. And I've mentioned this before, and you can do it this way. It may have a great deal of success, or it may be very limited, depending upon the development of your personality and the development of your heart center chakra. But I don't believe that it's too soon for most individuals. You'll have to intuitively ask yourself this question. Am I ready right now, at this point, to participate with where my heart center development is in changing or removing energetic templates from my etheric body? And you've got to be honest here. What you may want to do is just allow the process that's going on, as shitty as it may be, and as depressing as it may be, and all of the crap that you might be going through, just to continue on in the way that it is, because you have that higher aspect that is participating with you to do that. Others are going to be in a situation where they're starting to have that intuitive insight that they know now that they can participate, and they can get an honest answer intuitively and can answer that question for themselves. And if they do, the way to do it, again, and this is where the state of consciousness and a co-creative aspect comes into play. What you can do is you can focus your attention, first of all. This is kind of like a meditation, all right? So you do whatever breathing exercise you want to do, and you can focus your attention to the heart center chakra and feel it energized and feel it full. Feel it really strongly in the center of your chest. Then what I recommend that you do is you hold a picture or create a picture within the heart center chakra of your body. Now, it's not your physical body, it's a duplicate body, and the etheric body actually does look, sense, and feel just like the physical body, but it's not. And it's complete down to every cell and every organ in the body. And you'll find that all of these traumas, okay, that you may have experienced will be located in certain parts of the etheric body. Now, don't look for them, say, for example, as a strip or a blob or whatever. Look for them as to into a particular organ of the body, all right, or a place in the body. And you may find an energy, okay, or you may find a substance, or you may find a something that doesn't look or feel like it should be there. And in some cases, you'll find quite a few of them, and they will be located in certain parts of the body. One of the things that I do notice that a lot of people will probably do when they find this, all right, in the etheric body. Remember, you're doing this with the etheric body here. You're not doing work on the physical body. You're working on the etheric body. So keep that in mind. So when you find anything that doesn't feel or look right to you, what you need to do is this, is if it doesn't look right or feel right, then you, being the creator, all right, and having connected with the heart center chakra, because now you're connected to source, creator, center, all right, change the picture. Okay, what I mean by change the picture is trusting your intuition and your guidance, create a new visual presentation of what that particular part of your body should look like if it didn't have the trauma or the energetic template that I'm talking about, all right? Don't remove it, change it, all right? Change it back to what it should be. Change it back to its original picture of how it should look, all right? The reason that I'm saying this and doing it this way is this: a lot of people are not aware of this. Well, yeah, there are people that are aware of it, but there's still a lot of people that aren't. Is one of the faculties, okay? I did a video on this run of videos here, and I'm talking about psychic gifts and skills that people develop. And one of the things I forgot, and I'm going to mention it in this video, is for everyone that goes through a heart center awakening, everyone without exception, one of the faculties that's stimulated to a higher intensity and a higher degree of creativity, if I can put it that way, is the imaginative faculty. All right? The imaginative faculty is a means of manifesting or using your co-creative abilities with a multidimensional higher state of consciousness that is evolving in a great deal of it. So having said that, what you need to do is make sure that when you see the picture of the spot in the body that the trauma or the template was there where it doesn't look good, that you see it directly in the heart center chakra. You don't see it in your third eye. You don't want to go there, all right? That's not what that's for, all right? You need to take it into the heart center chakra, and then you need to see that's part of the physical body that's been traumatized or whatever, or doesn't look good, or it just feels off, and you need to see it in its pristine condition. And I emphasize the word pristine condition, all right? It could be the liver, it could be the gallbladder, it could be the stomach, it could be any organ in the body. And the one thing, people, we're all going to have to start doing, all right, whether we like it or not, is our society is so body consciousness. All we care about in many cases how we look and how we dress, whatever. I know there are lots of people who don't give a shit about that. But the majority of people out there, that's what all they think about. What goes on inside, they have no idea or no clue. It's about external stimulation, how they look and how other people see them. We need, as a society, to start moving toward becoming aware of what's going on inside of us and actually expressing our consciousness inwardly so we can express more outwardly and live a balanced and full life. All right? That's what we're here for, to learn how to become co-creators in a balanced fashion. So when you do this, you return the organ or the place in the body back to its pristine condition. And you hold the picture here in the heart center chakra until you've got it right. And when you have it right, you'll know, you'll get a feeling, yes, that's it, I got it. When you do, and you get that feeling, let it go, all right? Then move continually through the body. Now, another thing that you can do, all right, is this is a process also, and again, you might want to participate in this. I'll go a little extra here for you. A lot of you are very much being very empathic, okay? It seems to be part of the package of opening up the heart center chakra. And what you can also do here is when you are exposed to other people and you're empathic and you're sensitive and you're gentle and you're kind of that loving person also, what can happen is people don't know they're not doing it intentionally. They do it, they just sense you being this wonderful, empathic, sensitive person, and they want to dump it on you, all right? And they do it not intentionally, and they do it subtly. And the next thing you know, you can go home and you've got a sore stomach, or you got a sore shoulder, or you got a sore this, or you got a sore that. You're saying, like, what the hell is going on? Well, you picked up stuff from other people. So you're going to do a little bit of house cleaning. Go to the heart center. See the body, okay? Because what happens is when they dumped on you, you picked it up and you put it in somewhere into the physical body. But taking it from the physical body is not enough. You've got to remove it from the etheric body. All right, now you're not going to have to do this indefinitely. And I want to add this part because it's important, all right? Keep in mind, the human species as a whole has only just begun this evolutionary process to the greater degree. Now I'm talking about in a mass number, all right? I'm talking hundreds and thousands of millions of people here are now going through this evolutionary process. We are not enlightened beings by any means of the word. We've taken a few baby steps. We're making a great deal of progress, and we're doing it nice, and we're evolving. But we're not avatars yet. None of us. There's no saints involved here. And all of us are still in the developing stage, if I can put it that way. No matter how evolved we may think we are, we're still in the process of evolving. We need to become aware and be able to make changes within ourselves by actually cooperating with our higher self, with our oversoul, with our aspects of our other self, all coming into integration and working together. The time of ego in your own spiritual growth needs to come to an end, and participate in the way that you're not going to be the great next guru or something of that session. You're going to be the best person that you could possibly become at this particular point in time through the evolutionary process. And learning to become a co-creator is what we're all here for, without exception. All right, that's what we're here for. Some people think we're here to meet our twin flame. Some people here think we're meet our soulmate. That's wonderful. If you do, hey, that's a bonus. But we're here to grow and evolve, and to grow and evolve spiritually. And we need to learn how to do things and to actually go back and correct things for ourselves initially. And this is one thing you're going to have to do in regards to repairing the etheric body. Now, as you do this over an extended period of time, what's going to happen is the etheric body, because you're doing this, is going to become stronger. Now, what do I mean by stronger? As we're going through this evolutionary process, a lot of you are becoming aware that we're becoming less and less dense physical. So what happens is we're being less and less affected by three-dimensional reality. So in other words, if you have a person who's vibrating at 3 and your body is vibrating at 4 or 5, this person can't shit on you anymore because you're vibrating at a 4 or 5. The issue at this particular point is a lot of people at 3 are still able to pull down people from 4 and 5 down into three-dimensional reality and dump on them. That's because the etheric body in the 4s and 5 haven't developed yet to that point where you become, it's almost like having an etheric body immune system, okay? That's the best words I can put it in, where the immunity, this crap just bounces off you and doesn't affect you anymore, all right? This is where we're going in a relatively short space of time. So that's a way of doing it. And what you also need to do is when you're out and about and you're doing things and you're exposed to a crowd of people, or you're around a crowd of people, and you think or you sense or you feel some stuff in your body, all right, take a look, see what's going down the pipe, pay attention, remove it. Because then what you're doing is you're actually participating in your spiritual growth, and there's nothing your soul loves more and your higher self loves more than where you are actually taking a participation type of attitude, all right? And your soul and your higher self doesn't care that much if you make a mistake and you screw it up. Okay, you make a boo-boo, so what? No big deal, all right? We learn by mistakes, all right? And if you make the same mistake 2 or 3 times, well, then you got a problem. But if you only need to make the same mistake once, that's a learning experience. And you can grow and evolve even faster that way. So don't be afraid that you're going to do something wrong, all right? Or you're going to make a mistake. If you make a mistake, that's fine. Just, hey, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, say, hey, piss on that. I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, all right? And making a mistake is not a big problem. You will learn as you go along. And as this happens, the etheric body will become immune, and it will stay personally vibrating in 4 and 5, if you will, okay? 4 and 5, let me put it this another way, and this is what I'm told to tell you. The idea here is this, is some of you understand the 4th and the 5th dimension, okay? So what's going to happen is, relatively speaking, the etheric body is going to be vibrating, if I can put it in that term, at a 4th and 5th dimensional level, because it can't go any higher than that, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to stay physical, all right? So it's going to vibrate between a 4 and a 5, all right? Fifth-dimensional vibrational pattern. And to maintain that, your physical body, which is still going to be, relatively speaking, existing in 3. So there has to be some give and take here in this, and there has to be some understanding for some people as to what's going on. So as you stabilize in 4 and 5, your existence in 3, in the actual physical body itself, becomes more stable because now you're not being affected anymore. And again, we're in a transition phase right now, all right? The next, the next 3-4 years, all right, are so exciting what's coming, okay? I can't wait. I hope I'm going to be here. I really do. Because the stuff and the possibilities and the sheer enormity of what we can accomplish and what we can blossom into simply blows my friggin' mind when I see it and participate in the dream state, and I can see what's coming down the pipe, as it were, that's going to manifest for me. And it is wonderful. The human species is going to survive, and our society is going to change, and it's going to change dramatically. And yes, we're going to have some lumps and bumps along the way, but we are going to make it. We're not going to be overrun by technology, because in fact, I'm going to tell you something. Technology cannot duplicate, even with artificial intelligence, to the consciousness that is developing in the human species right now. That cannot be put into artificial intelligence. How does that grab you? On that note, have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your conscious journey. Enjoy working with your etheric body. Have fun. Learn, grow, experience. Take care.